Are you on the public order?
Hey, good evening, welcome to the December 1st Town of Clifton Park Town Board meeting. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Stephanie, if you call the roll.
Councilman Morelli?
Here.
Councilwoman Reed? Present. Councilman Monier?
Here.
Councilwoman Wallace? Here. Supervisor Barrett?
Here, entertain a motion to approve the minutes of our last meeting. Discussion?
Get along with everything.
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed? Yes. Councilman Monier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallace? Yes. Supervisor Barrett?
Yes, communications and announcements. Any announcements tonight? Okay, get right to business. Well, we have some scouts with us tonight, fine young men who did some great volunteer work, and we had invited them to a town board meeting. They're able to fit tonight into their busy schedule. So I'm going to call up Caden Grazafi and two of his cohorts, and they're going to come up and tell us about the volunteer work that they did and that we are thankful for. So, Caden, gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Good.
Very good. So you're all ninth graders. Very good. I told you before the meeting, ninth grade's the hardest grade. So once you get through ninth grade, it's a breeze after that. Well, your whole life is going to be a breeze once you get through ninth grade. So tell us about the work you did and what gave you the idea to take that project on.
Well, we had some requirements to do some volunteer work. So the first thing that came to mind is maybe doing stuff around the Murphy Pond because I know we live around that area, so it's easy to access, and I know sometimes it's not always the best. Like sometimes it's not always maintained well. So I thought of that, and then I contacted you guys, and I got a response back, and we walked the paths and we took notes. And then back in September, we decided to do the work on a Sunday, 3 hours. We pulled out lots of grapevines from trees and cut weeds down around the dock. We did a lot of other stuff with, like, you know, clearing the paths. And I want to thank the grounds crew because we left all the brush by like a turtle crossing sign, and they came and cleaned it up.
Great, great. That's a good plug. See, stay in the good graces of the buildings and grounds. That way, when you have an eagle project, you know, later, you're all going to be eagles, right? Yeah, good, good. Now you have a lot of badges here, so you must be well on your way, right?
Yes.
So how old are you?
14.
All right, so you've got some time. How close are you? Are you near life or?
I got life, I think.
Oh, you did?
I heard I'm like 50-something% to Eagle.
Nice, nice. Why don't you introduce your friends?
So this is Josh Anderson, and that is Liam Shaw.
Very good. And they worked right side by side, you, right? Good, good. Did you gentlemen want to say anything? No? I don't blame you. He's a very good spokesman.
Reiterating what you said.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for being proactive and really living by the Scout Code and seeing an area that you felt could be improved, getting in there, doing the work, and making it better than it was the day before. So we appreciate it very much, and we look forward to seeing you again here at some point as an Eagle or as you ascend in scouting. And if there's other projects that you're interested in, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. All right, I'll get a quick picture with you.
And gentlemen, before you leave, please make sure you signed in, okay? Okay, thank you.
Otherwise, we have to erase everything from the tape. Thanks again, gentlemen. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
How about a round of applause? Great job. And it's always a great opportunity to recognize young people that are doing great things in our community, especially when it is something that's proactive and on a volunteer basis and doing what they can to make their neighborhood a nicer place to live and for people to recreate in that area. So thank you, gentlemen, very much. Thank you. Take care. All right, we have a number of resolutions on the agenda tonight. Stephanie, if you could read through those, please.
Sure. A resolution adopting the Saratoga County Hazard Mitigation Action Plan update of 2025. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board adopts the Saratoga County Hazard Mitigation Action Plan update 2025, and be it further resolved that this plan approved by the community may be edited or amended after submission for review, but will not require the community to readopt any further iterations, and this only applies to this specific plan and does not absolve the community from updating the plan in 5 years. There's a lot of that. A resolution authorizing the installation of a MUTCD R1-1 stop sign on Greenlee Drive at the intersection of Broadleaf Drive. Now therefore be it resolved that the highway superintendent is hereby authorized to install the MUTCD R1-1 stop sign on Greenlee Drive at the intersection with Broadleaf Drive. A resolution to retain John G. Waite Associates for professional architectural services related to the restoration of the blacksmith shop at Groom's Tavern, Rexford, New York. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby commits to fund the project in the first instance and appropriate funds necessary to satisfy the project total in partnership with the Friends of Historic Groom's Tavern, and be it further resolved that the town board recommends that the quote of $30,250 from John G. Waite Associates for professional architectural services related to the preparation of the historic structure report for the evaluation of repairs and restoration deemed necessary for the blacksmith shop at Groom's Tavern, Rexford, New York, be accepted, and be it further resolved that the project cost of $30,250 is to be paid with funds from the 2026 budget, general fund, Groom's Tavern, engineering. A resolution scheduling a public hearing to consider removal of parcels from Clifton Park Sewer District, Plank, and Maxwell subdivision. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby schedules a public hearing to be held on December 15th, 2025 at 7:05 p.m. in the Wood Memorial Room at Clifton Park Town Hall, 1 Town Hall Plaza, Clifton Park, New York, to hear all persons interested in the matter, and be it further resolved that the town clerk is hereby directed to publish notice of said hearing in the official newspaper of the town at least once, not less than 10 days, nor more than 20 days prior to the hearing date, and be it further resolved that the notice shall state the time and place of the hearing, the purpose thereof, and that copies of the draft resolution for removal of 5 parcels identified as 2071.8-5-25, 27.8-5-26, 271.8-5-27, 271.8-5-28, 271.8-5-29 are also to be removed from the Clifton Park Sewer District, since each will be serviced and connected to Saratoga County Sewer District Number 1. A resolution authorizing the hiring of a laborer for the Buildings and Grounds Department. Now therefore be it resolved that authorization is hereby given to hire Brandon Miller as a laborer for Buildings and Grounds to be paid at grade 3, step 1, $22.64 an hour, effective December 2nd, 2025, and be it further resolved that the comptroller is authorized to transfer funds as detailed in the attached Schedule A. A resolution declaring a public emergency pursuant to General Municipal Law, Section 103-4, for the repair of the Brine Loop at the Clifton Park Common Ice Arena. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board determines that the Clifton Common Ice Arena Brine Loop repair and pipe replacement, as determined on September 3rd and 4th, 2025, constitutes an emergency for procurement purposes under Section 103-4 of General Municipal Law, and be it further resolved that Mr. Clements is authorized to hire P&J to repair the brine loop and replace its piping, and be it further resolved that the comptroller is authorized to pay the amount of $7,311 to P&J from General Fund Clifton Common Maintenance. A resolution accepting a quote for the removal and replacement of roof shingles on the Barney Road Pool Building. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board accepts the quote of 518 Roofing Company, LLC, for removal and replacement of roof shingles at the Barney Road Pool Building, and a total cost not to exceed $21,500 as lowest responsive quote, to be charged from General Fund Barney Road Pool Equipment. And be it further resolved that the comptroller is authorized to transfer $2,000 from General Fund Country Knolls Pools Equipment to General Fund Barney Road Pool Equipment. A resolution scheduling a public hearing to consider amendments to the town code regarding regulation of boarding and breeding of livestock. Now therefore be it resolved that the public hearing consider amendments to Chapter 93 of the Town Code to add Section 93-10, Section 93-11, Section 93-12, Section 93-13, and Section 93-14, all related to regulation of boarding and breeding of livestock, will be held on December 15th, 2025 at 7:02 p.m. in the Wood Memorial Room, 1 Town Hall Plaza, Clifton Park, New York, and be it further resolved that the town clerk is directed to publish appropriate notice of same. A resolution accepting an offer of dedication of Wellington Court access and maintenance easements and a parcel of land within the Wellington Court subdivision. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board accepts the offer of dedication of Wellington Court, a related parcel of land, and access and maintenance easements as more particularly described in the relevant deeds as listed in the attached deeds and descriptions, subject to the final approval of the town attorney of all real estate documents, review of the title, and confirmation of appropriate taxes. A resolution authorizing the rehiring of Kenneth Hassett as a part-time security officer. Now therefore be it resolved that Kenneth Hassett, Clifton Park, New York, be rehired as a part-time security officer at grade 5, step 7, year 3, to be paid $32.66 per hour from general fund security, part-time security officer, retroactively to November 28th, 2025.
Very good. If you could go back and read the headings, please.
Resolution number 258 of 2025, a resolution adopting the Saratoga County Hazard Mitigation Action Plan update of 2025.
John?
Yes, the update to the Saratoga County All Hazard Mitigation Plan includes an annex section that meets the Town of Clifton Park's requirement to be part of or have its own all hazards mitigation plan. Some of the benefits of the mitigation plan is it makes the Town of Clifton Park eligible for hazard mitigation assistance for projects like flood control and infrastructure upgrades and hardening for resiliency. It also promotes projects that reduce disaster losses and has the potential to also lower our community rating system score relative to insurance cost premiums for residents within a flood zone, which we do have some areas within the town of Clifton Park that are part of a designated floodway. And it is part of a public engagement process also that educates the public on what opportunities may be available for them to upgrade their property to adapt to reoccurring disasters or issues that don't happen every day, but it happens once a decade. We've been in the community for 30, 40 years. There's the ability to potentially tap into funding as a private residence for resiliency against some of those one-off events every decade.
Good. Thank you for your work on that. We appreciate it. Any questions for John? All right, Stephanie.
Councilman Riley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet? Yes. Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 259 of 2025, a resolution authorizing the installation of a MUTCD R1-1 stop sign on Greenlee Drive at the intersection of Broadleaf Drive.
This was approved by the Highway Safety Committee, John?
Yes, Highway Safety Committee evaluated the request to take a look at the intersection. Broadleaf Drive is a non-standard horizontal curve to it that it is appropriate at Greenlee Drive to have drivers come to a complete stop due to the sight distance visibility at the intersection and drivers potentially driving the 85th percentile, which would be above a posted 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. So it provides just an additional safety measure.
Good. Okay. Any questions on item number 2? Okay, Stephanie?
Councilman Riley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet? Yes. Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 260 of 2025, a resolution to retain John G. Waite Associates for professional architectural services related to the restoration of the blacksmith shop at Groom's Tavern, Rexford, New York.
All right, and that's a familiar name, John G. Waite. Mr. Morelli?
Yeah, this is related to the blacksmith shop. The roof of the blacksmith shop has been in disrepair for quite some time. We've been trying to obtain grants to replace that roof, which would be well into the 6 figures. We've been unsuccessful thus far. We were advised that if we had a structural report, we'd be more competitive for some of the state grant money related to historical projects. So this will be a report that will be co-sponsored with us and the Friends of Groom's Tavern. So we appreciate their support. Linda Seymour is here, who is the chairwoman of the Historical Preservation Commission, and this is something that they've been advocating for quite some time. So I'm happy to move that forward. As everyone knows, the blacksmith shop is one of 4 buildings on the Groom's Corner parcel that we are looking to maintain and, eventually restore. This will be one step towards being able to do that with regard to the blacksmith shop.
Yeah, we'll also be studying the totality of what we're calling Heritage Square as part of not only the properties that the town has owned for a while, the Groom's Tavern and the Grange, but also the newer parcel that we purchased in between, which now offers many different options and opportunities to condense all three of those properties together, and allows us much more flexibility into the future as far as events and generally just celebrating the history of the town. There's a great deal of history right there on the corner, on that short stretch of Sugar Hill. Yeah, we've been unsuccessful on a couple of attempts for grant funding for the blacksmith shop. I don't know that this study is going to get us where we need to go with that, but it certainly is a step in the right direction that will hopefully help us. At this point, we'll take any help we can get. So hopefully this step will help us get to the point of getting over that hump and being able to acquire grant funding for the blacksmith shop. Any discussion on that item? Okay, Stephanie?
Councilman Riley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 261 of 2025, a resolution scheduling a public hearing to consider removal of parcels from Clifton Park Sewer District, Plank and Maxwell subdivision.
Second.
All right, these are properties that are currently in the Clifton Park Sewer District that would be removed from that district, and it takes a process to do that. And the main reason for doing this, John, is a more direct route to the county sewer system. Is that the case?
That is correct. So while we're removing them from the Clifton Park Sewer District, they will be added into the Saratoga County Sewer District.
Okay. Very good. Any discussion on that item? Okay, Stephanie?
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution 262 of 2025, a resolution authorizing the hiring of a laborer for the Buildings and Grounds Department.
So moved.
All right, Mr. Clemens?
Yeah, so we interviewed several people for this position for a laborer we have, entry-level position in the department. Spoke with Brandon, who is here tonight, here with us.
Hey, Brandon?
Had a good interview with Brandon. It went probably more than twice as long as I was scheduled to go with. Got some basic.
That could be good or bad.
Yeah, in this case, good conversation. Has some good basic experience and knowledge in building maintenance and in ground maintenance. So there's a little versatility there. Came back in for a second interview and decided to recommend him to you to hire him for our department. And with 5 yeses up here, he'll be shoveling snow all day tomorrow.
I'm just gonna say, tomorrow's,
I can't wait.
I
He
do
likes
this every
not
day.
to stay still, so I'm gonna be in luck tomorrow.
tomorrow's a perfect day to start. It's only gonna be a few inches, so, I can ease into it, right? What are they saying, 4 to 8, maybe? 5 to 7? Yeah.
I'm ready.
Nah, it's not. But, well, welcome, Brandon.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Great to have you aboard. All right, Stephanie?
Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet? Yes. Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Resolution number 263 of 2025, a resolution declaring a public emergency
so much. I
pursuant to
appreciate it.
General Municipal Law, Section 103(4), for the repair of the brine loop at Clifton Common Ice Arena.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Clemens?
So shortly after getting the sheet of ice all in and painted and ready to go, and the game's all scheduled, we had a blowout in one of the lines. So we had to do a pretty major repair, replace several heavy iron pieces of piping and flanges. And we were able to get it all done quick and didn't lose the ice, nothing melted. I think they postponed 1 day's worth of games, that was it. And we're back up and running and it's been good since then. So, not so good on that, but yeah, so was a pretty big job, and luckily everything worked out really well. A lot of hard work from P&J, and Don and Sean in our department also spent a lot of time over there, and we got it done.
Good. Well, there's one thing with the pools and the ice arenas and other things. There's so many things that can go wrong, so many pieces to the puzzle. But when things do go wrong, we spring into action and get it fixed as quickly as possible. So good job on that. Any questions for Dan? Okay, Stephanie?
Councilman Riley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 264 of 2025, a resolution accepting a quote for the removal and replacement of the roof shingles on the Barney Road pool building.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that building is this old already. Seems like just yesterday we built it, but definitely needs a new roof.
Yes, it's just time. It says, but over 20 years, so if they're just going out, time to replace them. 518 Roofing was the low price, and we have worked with them before. They've done a couple roof jobs for us. No issues with them. They do a nice job. So we'll see where we can fit it in if the weather cooperates. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it now with the snow, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. They're ready to go.
Well, we'll get a few warm days, I'm sure, at some point. So.
Absolutely.
Good. Good. All right. Any questions, discussion on that item? Okay, Stephanie?
Councilman Riley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 265 of 2025, a resolution scheduling a public hearing to consider amendments to the town code regarding regulation of boarding and breeding of livestock.
So moved.
Second.
All right, so this schedules a public hearing on December 15th. And the proposed legislation is available in the clerk's office for anybody who's interested. Any further discussion? Okay, Stephanie?
Councilman Riley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet? Yes. Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 266 of 2025, a resolution accepting an offer of dedication of Wellington Court access and maintenance easements and a parcel of land within the Wellington Court subdivision.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, John?
Yes, this is pursuant to chapter 179 of the Clifton Park Town Code titled subdivision, where upon completion of the subdivision and inspection by the town designated engineer and placement of the top asphalt coat with a 10% performance bond guaranteed for 1 year, the developer offers by December, the first meeting in December, dedication of a private roadway that on the subdivision plan is shown to be a future public roadway. And it's the town board that has the ability to accept that then allows for plowing and maintenance of the road going forward. Again, there's a performance bond that a year from now, our town designated engineer will inspect and ensure that the road is held up through one winter cycle before releasing that performance bond back to the developer. Otherwise, they're required to come in, make modifications, and then give another 1 year performance bond beyond any improvements.
Good. Okay, any discussion? Hey, Stephanie?
Councilman Riley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet?
Yes.
Supervisor Barrett?
Yes.
Resolution number 267 of 2025, a resolution authorizing the rehiring of Kenneth Hassett as a part-time security officer.
So moved.
Second.
All right, so Ken has been with us over 20 years, and he is basically being rehired in the same position that he's been in for over 20 years. But due to a retirement for another governmental entity that he's working for in retirement, it's required that he come off the payroll for 24 hours. So we did that. Now he's being reinstated. So look forward to another 20 plus years, Ken.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you working in the snow tomorrow?
I hope not.
Oh, man. He's retired now. All right. Stephanie?
Councilman Riley?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed?
Yes.
Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallet? Supervisor Barrett?
Yes. Any other business to come before the board? Okay, seeing none, we'll go to public privilege. If you'd like to speak on a town matter, please raise your hand. We'll ask that you come forward, state your name and address for the record, and please keep it to 5 minutes or less.
You gonna speak? I might. You go. Okay, guess it's me. Let me go first, okay.
How are we doing tonight?
Wonderful, how are you?
Good, good.
Would you please, when I ask you to, pass these down, take one and pass them down? Thank you. Can I put on the front? Ann Connolly, Clifton Park, New York. This is for the town employees who have served this town for years and have done an excellent job. Not one of you deserves to lose your job. I am praying for you all. Councilman Menor, I have a legitimate concern. In your November 17th press release, you are the only one presently in office, and it appears your present position as a councilman is being utilized by others. I hope you realize if changes take place, you, town board members-elect Bettini and Bellamy, will be expected to justify these actions. Your press release was bold. You've been a councilman for 1 year, and you have 2 new town board members. The amount of experience you all have, and considering for the most part, restructuring town hall is downright scary. I realize when political parties gain control, they want to hit the road running. However, Clifton Park is not Washington, New York City, or even Albany. Bad decisions will have devastating consequences. I never thought you were a cruel man, but that is what you are being portrayed, and I do not believe these are all your decisions. Advertising town employees' jobs before our holidays, before your fellow new town board members are even sworn in, is horrendous on your part. You are the one being betrayed as an uncaring, heartless man in your community, not as a leader, a reputation no one would want. Ram Lagoda is at the county level. He has nothing to do with the town level. I follow the town board meetings, and you never express concern about the performance of town employees. Town employees have seen this all before. Intimidation, do as I say, or your job is gone. It was no surprise you announced Amy Standard is on your transition team. Vicious leadership at its best in creating a toxic environment. The person you chose has the history of having to resign from the town board or face humiliation of possibly being removed, costing taxpayers thousands of dollars because she abused her power and wasted taxpayer funds and resources for her own personal and political gain. I know you're watching this, Amy, and it will come back to haunt you. And this is the improvement you talk about for our town? Did you know Ms. Standard caused so much trouble in town hall? Employees were messaging me for help, and I called her out at a town board meeting. They wanted to do their job, not be threatened or intimidated. And that is exactly what you were doing. You never led like this before. Why now? Are you being controlled by her? You're an educated man. You're using her methods, not yours. Yet you are the one who will need to answer to the residents at town board meetings when things go wrong, and they will. What town employee was ever this nasty to you that these employees deserve these threats? Are you trying to collapse town hall? Don't you realize other towns will take advantage of this reckless action and hire the experienced people you throw away? Do you really think people you take off the street can take right over these jobs with no training? If it turns into a disaster, it's on you. You made the announcement as a town official. Do not be used. You're a better man than that. And you're a good man because I've seen your videos, and you're well respected, sir. Please do not let others cause you to lose respect in the community. You struggle in person answering questions, yet online it's obvious someone's writing scripts. You claim you want to serve the people, yet following someone else's actions that are disgracing you, not them. This is a small community, and town hall is run as a lean machine. Make these changes, and you will see chaos, which will bring many people in at town board meetings asking why you did this. Will you please take those papers and pass one down? I'm not making allegations that are false. You will see for yourself. The town board worked with you when you were elected. Town employees never disrespected you. You all worked together for the greater good of the community, and now it is coming across like people want to rule. That will not be accepted in this community. I respectfully ask you to work together with the team as you did for the past year as a councilman, and do not dismiss employees because they do not deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're a good councilman, and I feel bad because you're being put on the spot, which isn't fair.
You
And
want,
I honestly don't believe these are all your decisions, sir, because you're well respected. I've seen your videos, and many people, your people respect you. I'll say thank you.
thank you. The document that was passed out to us was the report, executive summary of a report done by Tom McCarthy back in 2023, February 13th, 2023, that reviewed what happened in the circumstances related to the eventual resignation of 2 town board members.
Did I do okay?
I don't remember exactly when those resignations were, but there were two resignations within this time frame. I'm sorry, it says right here. Timeline of facts and circumstances surrounding the joint resignations of town board members on November 7th, 2022. It was clear back then, prior to these resignations, what was happening during the pandemic, as they attempted to use the pandemic to smear people here in town hall, myself and others, and also apply pressure to the employees to join the coup, as it was called by the Daily Gazette, when they started writing about it. And it was an effort to, I guess, take over town hall. Obviously, it was not successful, but there was definitely an attempt to recruit town employees to join that effort. That too was unsuccessful. But it was a lot of those actions that led to the evidence that we were able to uncover, which also led to the resignations. And, you mentioned that it cost the town thousands of dollars. It cost the town hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
When you add up the totality of the cost to the taxpayers. So not only was it not an ethical and right thing to do, but it was also very costly, very disruptive to town operations in a lot of ways. I mean, we worked so hard here during COVID to keep town hall open throughout COVID. We closed for a very short period of time when the governor first put in the stipulation regarding the 50% reduction in workforce. So we did close for a short time when those restrictions were put into place, because we could only have half the people that would normally be working in town hall here at any one time. And they were changing regulations and mandates just about every day for a good stretch of time. But so we closed for a very short period of time when those mandates were released. Other than that, we were open. Unlike many other governments, we were open the entire time. I said from the very, very beginning to everybody, we're in the people business. And if town hall closes, where are people going to go for necessary services? It's important that we be here every day and make sure that at the very least, even though there's less activity out in society, obviously, with all the restrictions in place, it's important that we be here so people can continue to operate their business, get permits, and any other service that we offer here at the town. So we had worked so hard to remain open, to make sure that we were able to serve the residents of Clifton Park every day. And through that, the incredible disruption that was forced through these actions that disrupted operations to an extent, but we never took our eye off the ball and continued to operate in an efficient fashion. But yeah, back then, it was just a few years ago. The coercion, the threatening of employees, and a lot of the just incredibly deviant actions that were undertaken were just amazing. And so the board at that time voted for an internal investigation of Town Hall. And of course, it was portrayed that I and others were acting irresponsibly and so on and so forth. And after months of investigation and countless interviews by the investigators, which was an investigative team that they picked, the board members who resigned, they picked the investigators. It was a law firm from Long Island. At the end of the day, nothing was found other than the highway superintendent was acting inappropriately with fellow employees. That was basically the only finding. We've talked about this many times at town board meetings. The report that is here, I assume you got off the town website because it's been on the town website since that time. Just to let people know what we learned during this whole episode that occurred. When you have 5 elected town board members and 2 of the 5 resign, that is a notable occurrence. Does not happen very often, thankfully, anywhere, never mind here in Clifton Park. But it did happen, and it happened for very valid reasons. And and they certainly weren't coerced into resigning. I mean, we found they resigned both at the same time, same day, and I heard about it and shrugged it off. So anyway, that's the document that was passed out. Probably a good time for people to get reacquainted with it, because based on what we've seen through public announcements since the election, the same type of behavior might be returning to Town Hall, with some of those same people very involved in the transition process. So definitely something to keep an eye on, I would say. So we'll see. We know what the history is. We know who's involved. Therefore, you can make a generally well-informed hypothesis that the same situation may play out again. But we'll wait and see. If it does, I can assure you we will call it out, just like we had a very good conversation at the last town board meeting about that. It will be fought tooth and nail by me and others, and I don't think our community is going to stand for it. So if that's the way they want to come in and assert themselves, that's up to them. We can't stop how other people act. All we can do is defend the good folks here at Town Hall, and also take appropriate action when necessary. Anybody else that would like to speak? Yes, come on up.
Hi, my name's Carolyn Jonathan Drive in Clifton Park. I just wanted to follow up to my, comment last board meeting and inquire, has the transition team that you just referenced, has that transition team changed at all? Have you been added to that, Supervisor Barrett, or has Councilman Morelli or Councilwoman Wallowit been added?
I haven't, I don't know that anybody else up here has.
I take my feedback and let them know. I haven't had anything yet, so probably next meeting I can report back.
The other question I have for you, Councilman Minier, was something I noticed at the last board meeting, and I'll notice again here. Where are the transition team members, and where are the future board members? Shouldn't they be attending these meetings?
I cannot disagree with you, they should be.
Yeah, I find it very disappointing that the future leaders of our town are not here for these meetings. I think it's something that they should be doing. You know, I know they're not officially on the board, but they are elected and scheduled to take place. And I would implore them to come and be a part of these meetings. And I would really implore the transition team to contact Supervisor Barrett and get himself and current members onto that team. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else that would like to speak tonight? Okay,
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
thank you. Stephanie?
Sure. Councilman Morelli?
Yes.
Councilwoman Reed? Yes. Councilman Minier?
Yes.
Councilwoman Wallowit? Yes. Supervisor Barrett?
Yes, thank you.